Hey, financial futures enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some hot off the press insights from the Federal Reserve that you won't want to miss. Let's dive right into the peak interest rates and the imminent talk of rate cuts. So, the Federal Reserve has officially stated that we're at the peak of interest rates in this economic cycle. Brace yourselves for potential interest rate cuts. The burning question on everyone's mind: when is this going to happen? The next Federal Reserve meeting is scheduled for March 20, just a month and a half away. Now, the market is buzzing with a 39% chance of the Federal Reserve slashing interest rates on March 20, as per the CME Fed Watch tool. Hold on a second, 39%? That seems a bit optimistic, doesn't it? In my opinion, and it's just that, my opinion, that figure should be closer to 4% or maybe 3%. Let me show you why. First off, let's hear it from the man himself, Jay Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve, confirming that we've reached the peak of interest rates in this economic cycle. Check this out. Now I've done the heavy lifting for you, condensed a 50-minute press conference into a snappy 5-minute highlight reel. Powell's message is crystal clear: we've hit the peak, and unless inflation stages a triumphant comeback, interest rate cuts are on the horizon. Now, the million-dollar question: when? In the next clip, Powell lays out the dilemma. Cut interest rates too soon, and we risk kickstarting inflation. Wait too long, and we could be staring down a prolonged period of higher interest rates, triggering a recession. Tough choices indeed. The current scenario? Core PC inflation is at 2.9%. Powell insists that they need more confidence that inflation is heading towards their 2% goal. We're close, but not quite there. So, Powell emphasizes that they're taking it meeting by meeting on whether to cut interest rates or not. But what about the upcoming March 20 meeting? Powell is clear it's unlikely they'll be confident enough to cut rates then. It's not the base case, it's more of a distant possibility. Let's roll that clip. Now let's talk risks. Powell acknowledges that cutting rates can promote inflation. However, the bigger risk, according to him, is that inflation stabilizes above 2%. That's why they're not rushing into rate cuts. In a final crucial clip, Powell drops a bombshell. If the labor market weakens, they might cut rates sooner. Conversely, stickier or higher inflation could delay the cuts. It's a delicate balance, and these factors could shift the timeline. In conclusion, while the timing is uncertain, my base case prediction is a mid-2024 interest rate cut, possibly in June or July. May 1 is a contender. But remember, it all depends on how things unfold for the Federal Reserve. What are your thoughts on the potential rate cuts? Share them in the comments below. Let's jump into our next topic. It appears that Social Security payment cuts might be looming on the horizon, and they could happen sooner than we think. But that's not all. We'll also cover a recent bill that just passed the House, aiming to expand child tax credit payments for low-income families. However, there are some challenges it needs to overcome in the Senate. But before we jump into the nitty-gritty details, I'd appreciate it if you could show some love to this video by hitting the like button. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the Financial Futures channel for more insightful content. Also, check out the pinned comment below for a fantastic opportunity to get up to $9,000 in free stocks or $99,000 in free cash with Webull. Just open a free account and make a minimum deposit of 1 penny to receive at least 3 free stocks valued up to $9,000. Alright, let's dive into our main topics for today's video. First up, we've got a new nominee on the Social Security Advisory Board, Andrew Biggs. Now, the folks on this board don't create laws, but they do make recommendations to the President and Congress regarding Social Security policies, including taxation and other relevant matters. Here's the catch: Senator Sherrod Brown has raised concerns about Biggs, stating that he seems open to cutting Social Security. During a Senate Finance Committee hearing, Brown questioned Biggs about his past role in efforts to privatize Social Security. Biggs responded by suggesting that Congress should keep all options on the table, including privatization and potentially raising the retirement age. This has sparked worries about the future of Social Security policies. The Social Security Advisory Board was created in 1994 to advise on Social Security and supplemental security income policy, aiming to enhance economic security, maintain solvency, and improve public service. The issue of maintaining Social Security solvency becomes critical, especially with potential cuts looming in the next 8 to 10 years if corrective measures aren't taken. Now, shifting gears to Capitol Hill, a recent bill passed the House that could impact both corporations and low-income families. The bill contains provisions related to deductions for research and development for corporations. On the other side, Democrats managed to include an expansion of the child tax credit payments for low-income families. This is crucial because, currently, many middle and upper-class families receive the full $2,000 per child, while the lowest-income families struggle to do so due to not earning enough income to qualify. The House passed this bill with bipartisan support. However, the challenge arises in the Senate, where Republicans are raising concerns. Some Republicans are pushing back against the bill, emphasizing their opposition to certain provisions related to child tax credit payments, which they believe may expand the welfare state. There are also concerns about the potential fiscal impact, adding nearly $400 billion to the federal deficit over the next decade. These concerns are echoed in the Senate, where Republicans are threatening to block the bill. Senate Republicans are unhappy about being excluded from negotiations and are particularly critical of the child tax credit provisions, arguing that it might benefit migrants entering the country illegally more than working families. They emphasize the potential impact on welfare reforms and the federal deficit. The bill is now facing an uphill battle in the Senate, with Republicans insisting on the opportunity to propose amendments. Without an open amendment process, they are unlikely to support the bill, making it challenging to secure the 60 votes needed for passage. So there you have it, folks: potential Social Security cuts and a contested bill in the Senate. Stay tuned for updates on these crucial developments. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Financial Futures for more insightful content. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video.